Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us on this special Zoom interview with one of Arizona's premier economic development directors, Lori Gary, from the City of Goodyear. So, Lori, thank you very much for joining me. And you could say hello to the millions of people watching us on YouTube and the Chamber website and elsewhere.
Well, I'm very pleased to be here, John, and thank you so much for asking.
That is great. So, you've been with the city for 2 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And for those who are watching who don't know about the wonderful City of Goodyear, why don't you go ahead and give them a little bit of your background and tell us about the city.
Absolutely. As you mentioned, John, I've been with the city for 2 years now, and a lot of interesting things have happened. Goodyear, quite frankly, is a phenomenal community. It's scenic. It has incredible views with the Estrella and White Tank Mountains. There's plenty of outdoor recreational opportunities and year-round festivals that are hosted by our Parks and Recreation Department. And it's really a beautiful and we really have beautiful and safe neighborhoods. As a matter of fact, every couple of years we ask our citizens, how are we doing? What would you like to see? It's really a self-assessment for us to see, are we doing a good job in the community and where can we improve? And the last survey that was done, there was actually 3 key findings and on this survey. And the first finding was that Goodyear is a highly desirable and safe place to live. So 95% of our citizens said, we love living in Goodyear. We feel it's a very safe place to live. The second key finding of that citizen survey was that they have a high trust in the city and what we're doing, and they believe that our city services are done very well. They're well regarded, our water, our sewer, our trash, the fire, police. They believe that we have a well-run city. And thirdly, what is interesting is they felt that Goodyear is a well-planned and an easy community to get around in. So we were extremely excited to hear that, and certainly we want to continue to have that trust in our residents. Our residents actually take a lot of pride in the community. And there's a lot of camaraderie among our residents and the businesses. They're very invested in the community. So we believe that, Goodyear is a very friendly community. And we've actually had residents say this is a very friendly community, and new residents that have come in and they love living here.
That is awesome. And it is a great community. Both the natural and the man-made amenities.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know the Arizona Chamber of Commerce and Industry just gave the city an award.
Indeed, it was a huge surprise for us when we were notified that the Arizona Chamber of Commerce and Industry designated the City of Goodyear as the best city for business in 2020. It was certainly exciting. It has a lot to do with the processes that we've put in place, the partnerships that we have with our business community, and making things easy for them, working with them hand in hand. And also, one of the other items for that particular award was the city leadership, both at the executive level in the city manager's office, as well as the mayor and the council. They felt that it was a very well-run city. And so we're very excited about it. It was a huge surprise. And what was I think even more exciting about having that is that it was given to us by the business community itself. So the committee who took a look at the criterion and said, who deserves this recognition? So it was an anonymous committee made up of the business community who has recognized Goodyear for the 2020 Best City for Business.
That's great, and congratulations to you and everybody at the city. So I know that, the City of Goodyear, just like all the municipalities, literally throughout the country, had some challenges the last 6 months. What's happening now that everybody should know about?
Well, there is a lot going on right now in Goodyear, and certainly anybody who's driven around can see that there's a lot of construction going on, and there's changing landscape in Goodyear. And certainly, of course, COVID-19 has brought some unexpected challenges. It's been a quite unique crisis because it has affected everyone so differently. And we've had some businesses who've been forced to close or temporary closures, and or other businesses who have had to significantly reduce their capacity. And it certainly hit the retail, the restaurant, small businesses extremely hard. No surprise, everybody knows that. But there's also another segment that has been thriving in this industry just simply because of the crisis. So for example, grocery stores. A lot of grocery stores are doing extremely well. The supply chain to the grocery stores or to the online retailers is growing significantly, and you will see that in Goodyear as we get a lot more inquiries and a lot more companies who are looking to place, for example, internet fulfillment centers. The residents, not just in Goodyear, but all across the US, are looking up for online retailers, whether that's for groceries or school clothes or other things for kids and for adults. And so that particular industry is thriving in this environment. What we have found unique about Goodyear is that although we've had some businesses that are really struggling, they've reached out to their partner businesses, if you will, the other businesses that are in the community, and have partnered on offering some unique services. So for example, neighboring restaurants, Taco Redemption and Henry's Hawaiian Barbecue, they joined forces to offer some special family deals from both companies. And that was quite successful for them. We're also seeing that other businesses have decided to thank the first responders. For example, Booty's Wings, Nothing But Cakes, En Route Coffee and Tea, Wildflower Bread Company. They all started some affordable lunches, and they also took the time to thank the first responders, the people on the front lines who have really been affected by COVID. So, tough times like this can really define communities, and Goodyear business communities, they've just really come together to support one another. Even despite COVID, Goodyear remains a great place to do business, and our local economy has remained strong.
That's good to know. So what's coming up in the future that you can tell us about? And if you have any secrets, everybody loves to hear those.
Really? Well, some of the not so secrets is that during this COVID time, we've had a lot of projects that were under construction, and what we've seen is those that have been under construction just move forward to complete them. So the citizens will see that companies like Daimler Trucks, they finished up, they opened. XPO Boeing, Amazon delivery station that came to Goodyear is opened and is up and running, and they're busier than ever, as you all can imagine. Anderson Corporation is up and running. We'll see more activity in that realm next year in 2021. Fairlife, their operations were under construction, and they are now hiring. And so they have all proceeded forward despite the pandemic, and we're very grateful to them. And they're also providing some job opportunities, some very unique job opportunities. The other interesting thing, John, is since January of 2020, January of this year, we've had 21 new retailers open. Again, despite the pandemic. A lot of those were in the works, and what we've seen is projects that are in the works just continue to move forward. So things like the Bullard hotels, there's 2 hotels on Bullard's that were under construction and opened up, and that is True by Hilton and Spring Hill Suites by Marriott. Culver's opened, Cafe Rio opened, Sonic opened. So we've had a lot of retailers and restaurants open despite the pandemic.
That's always great news. So, and always glad to hear about Culver's being, since they are a chamber member. A lot of places you mentioned are, and I may have missed it. Did you talk about the Aldi's opening up in a few weeks?
I did not. So again, not so secret. We're so pleased to welcome Aldi's grocery store here in Goodyear. It's been a long time coming. And they've purchased about 3 acres, I believe, right along Australia Parkway. They're getting ready, they're finishing up right now, getting ready to open. And in November, the first week of November, they will be open November 5th. It is a unique grocery concept and that has been talked about in Goodyear for a while now. Even though it seems like the Great Recession is a long ways off in our memory, some of the projects that are now coming to fruition, we had talked about and worked on before the Great Recession. So the economy was starting to come back and came back very strong. Aldi is moving forward and has moved forward with the Goodyear store as well as grocery stores in a variety of other Metro Valley communities. So we're excited for them. We embrace them and welcome them to the community. And somebody last night at an event told me, you know, it's a lot of good things are happening in Goodyear. It's a good year in Goodyear. And I said, no, it's not. It's a great year in Goodyear. And I think that there's more wonderful things on the horizon. And I just want to tell you, John, and your board of directors, how appreciative we are of what you do for us. We know that you are part of the team, that you're marketing Goodyear and the Southwest Valley, and we value our partnership with you.
Well, thank you. Very much appreciate that, and thank you for your time and all the exciting news, that's for sure. Because there does seem to be, are you going to change the city's name to Great Year then? Just throwing that out there. So make it part of the 75th anniversary celebration.
There you go. I love the idea.
So if anybody needs to get a hold of you, just give a call to City Hall and.
Absolutely, but you can also reach me directly at 623-882-7910. And myself or my team will get back. And I also want you and the other chamber members to know, although, you know, the big splash comes from bringing big businesses to Goodyear, we also have a very strong program to support our existing businesses and our small businesses in the community. And we do have a staff member who is solely devoted to helping entrepreneurs get up and running, as well as our small business community. So if any of your chamber members or any of the other folks, the small businesses in Goodyear, want to get a hold of us to talk about, you know, our mentoring services, our startup school, or any of the other programs we have at the Innovation Hub, we would love to be able to support our existing business community as well.
That's great information. Thank you for sharing that. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Lori Gary, Economic Development Director for the City of Goodyear. Lori, thank you very much for your time today as well. So, and hopefully we'll see you out and about on the street with or without a mask in the future.
There you go. Thanks, John. Appreciate it.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for watching.